Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 2. In the last episode, I got to tier 4 with my relics, unlocking one zone, and tier 2 on my combat mastery. And in this episode, I would like to unlock the next zone and get to tier 6 for both my relics and my combat mastery. And I have been hitting crabs a lot. These videos, I have to do some editing, and when I'm editing, I generally try and find something AFK to do, so I have just been alking and hitting crabs, and my melee stats have gone up a lot. I don't remember exactly what they were at the end of the last episode, but I'm quite happy with where they're at now. I still got a tiny bit more editing to do, so I'm going to AFK a little bit longer, and then we're going to go and get some gear upgrades and start making some progress. Okay, I think that's enough crabs for now. I'm going to go run around the game and get a bunch of points that I missed out on the last episode. Mostly because I didn't have the money for it, but also one of them I didn't know existed. So let's go and do that real quick. For starters, because I have the wilderness unlocked as my first area, I can come over here to the Mage of Zamorak to buy some runes. They are the only person to sell blood runes in my area right now, so I'm going to buy a bunch of these just for magic spells. I have, again, infinite money because of Golden God, so it doesn't really matter, even if these are expensive. And I'm also going to buy a bunch of Chaos Runes. Okay, Skeleton, very cool. And now I've teleported to the Abyss. Well, I'm going to leave that in there because that was funny. But let me get back there one sec. Joke's on you, game. It was a task to use the Abyss, so let's pretend that I actually meant to do that. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to buy a bunch of Chaos Runes to go and sell for Tokkul in the Tazar area, and then go and buy an Onyx. I will need an Onyx both for jewelry as well as it is a task just to buy one. So again, infinite money lets me just buy Chaos Runes and not really think about it. So very nice for that. I also may end up buying some Obsidian armor. I don't know if it's still going to be relevant by the time I have access to it, but yeah, there we go. 55,000 Chaos Runes. Hopefully that's enough. Because I don't have Karamja gloves because I haven't done the easy diary yet, my runes are going to sell for a little bit less to the rune shop, and I'm also going to have to pay a little bit more for the Onyx. But it actually doesn't matter. Because of the infinite stock in the rune shop, it also can't go up, which means that my Chaos Runes are actually going to sell for more than usual because it doesn't go up and therefore the price go down. So I'm actually totally fine doing this. Again, infinite money, don't care. Alright, there we go. Chaos Runes have been sold. We can come over here to the gem store and buy an Onyx for 200 points. Next thing on the list is you can come over here and pay this guy 1 million coins for permanent access to the Brimhaven dungeon, which for some reason is a 200 point task. I guess they didn't really consider Golden God when it came to that, but there we go, another free 200 points. And lastly, again because of Golden God, I'm going to go ahead and get 99 prayer. I already got 95 in the last episode, but now that I actually have as much money as I could ever possibly want, might as well just go ahead and do this. Well, it may have killed my wrist, but there we go. 99 prayer done, 200 points. Ow. I was fortunate enough to get a flipper random where I actually got some diamonds, which means that I can go over here in Zenaris and go and trade the sword salesman, both to upgrade my sword to a dragon long as well as buy dragon longs to alch for more money than the rune plate legs. Now, I still do have a stack of these because I didn't time it very well, but I'm going to buy myself one of each of these, and then start buying Dragon Longs. Now, did I actually need to buy that many Dragon Long swords, considering how much money I already have? No, probably not, but I wanted to, so I did. I'm going to take a quick trip over to Scurius. I tried to kill Scurius in the last video with magic, and it didn't really go too well, but I also didn't have, like, any melee stats, and this time I feel like I'm definitely strong enough. Hopefully I'm not overestimating my abilities. Well, I was right. A combination of not killing the rats and actually using the combat style that my masteries are in made that pretty easy. Admittedly kind of slow, but that's okay. We can now unlock tier 3 combat masteries, which increase your attack rate to 80% of usual, rounding down, which means that my 5-tick Dragon Longsword will now be a 4-tick weapon, as well as increases the accuracy with all styles by 100%. Both just amazing upgrades. Very happy to get those. I'm going to take a quick little breather to go and do some of my clues. I feel like with Clue Compass, this should be very fast and should get me some free points. So hopefully we get some uniques. Okay, so it turns out that that was not as successful as I had hoped. I just kept getting a bunch of clues that I needed items that I didn't have. So I only got 5 caskets, but there's still some chances at some uniques. Hey, there's one. Oh, there's a couple more. Very nice. And a couple more. Okay, cool. All right, and a few easy tasks later, we've done it. You can unlock a new relic. And up until yesterday, I had actually planned on taking Production Master, but I've convinced myself that Slayer Master is actually going to be way more fun. This relic makes it so any monster that you hit that could be a Slayer task, it essentially acts as though you are on that Slayer task. So you can kill whatever monster you want for Slayer XP, you're always on task when it comes to bossing, so as soon as I get a black mask, I can use that for extra damage. It's so much more fun, so that's why I'm gonna take it. And also with that League XP multiplier increase from 8 times to 12 times, which means that I can go and finally start doing some Slayer with 12 times bonus XP by killing literally any enemy I want. This is the dream. Oh my goodness, let's go. Hold up now. I don't know why, I just thought let's go kill some revenants, now I'll get some Slayer XP from it, and I got a chain mace. That is almost unbelievable. 200 league points for it as well. That's so nice. For a melee relic guy such as myself, that is quite literally the best case scenario. I got it on 14 kills. I don't even have enough ether to charge it properly, but even the uncharged form is slapping. I love this thing already. Oh my god, this thing is so good. I finally got enough ether to actually charge it through bracelet drops, and this thing is so strong. One other really nice thing of always being on task, you also always have a chance at getting Laren's keys and always have a chance at spawning superiors. Now, obviously, Revenants don't have superiors, but free Laren's key. Well, that Revenant's trip basically couldn't have gone any better. I'm going to go and open this Laren's key because I think it's a task, and then I'm going to go and try and actually work on 58 Slayer. I want to get a black mask as soon as possible because everything I hit is going to apply the Slayer task bonus. So as soon as I can get that, the better. So I just need to find something lower level that I can kill easier. At some point in that whole adventure out in the wilderness, I did enough tasks to unlock the next area. And if you were paying attention to the thing that I just said, you probably already figured it out. But the next area that I'm going to unlock is Mauritania, partially for the Black Mask, partially for Barrows, and partially for TOB. But I think all things are going to be useful there, so I'm going to do it. Heck yeah. So now my only objective really is to go and get 58 Slayer to get a Black Mask. That'll get me both my Combat Mastery for being able to kill a 55 Slayer enemy, as well as the Black Mask, which is just a huge DPS increase. So let's go and get back to slaying. I was just AFKing a little bit, catching some lobsters, trying to get my fishing level up to cook sharks, or fish sharks. But yeah, let's go back to the wilderness. I kind of have to kill things in the wilderness now, just because I do so much more damage because of the chain mace, but I'm going to go find something to kill. I was going to try and get a little bit more creative with it, but realistically, Revenants are just the best thing for me to kill right now. Mostly because of the loot they give. I need more ether. The more ether, the better now that I have this chain mace. But also, they're just decent. I'm going to try and kill some lower level ones maybe, just because the demons were taking a little bit long. But I'm going to also try and find a room that has 4, because I don't know how fast I'm going to be able to kill these, and I'd like to cycle through a few of them. So I'm going to do some testing and see which gives me good Slayer XP. No, I actually completely forgot about the increased respawn timers, so I only really need to find 2 guys that I can kill back and forth, preferably that are somewhat close, and that give decent drops for being a high enough level, but also aren't too hard. It's a really fine balance to try and find the exact right enemy, and now that I'm thinking about it, it might actually be the demons again, but, oh, well, that was interesting, another totem. But I'm going to try and figure that out, so I'll be right back. Man, Leagues is so funny. It's just like a completely different mindset to play the game. I got a drop of 2 dragon longswords, and I thought at first, like, oh good, some alks. And then I realized I have 1,231 dragon longswords in my inventory being alked right now. I couldn't care less about that. There's so many drops that are like usually good money drops that are just completely irrelevant that I'm just leaving on the ground. And I actually even rethought the totem that I got. I was like, I don't even want this. What good am I gonna do with that? It does nothing for me. So I got my 55 Slayer and I went to go and kill something that was 55 Slayer or higher. And I realized the only option is Turoths and I don't have access to them. And in fact, the only thing that I have access to, or the earliest thing I have access to, is actually cave horrors. So I'm actually going to just keep killing revenants until 58, and then we'll go over to Mortadia for the first time, kill some cave horrors. I'm going to get 100 combat because I'm almost there already. I'm going to get my mastery for killing something above 55 Slayer, and I'm going to go and get a black mask all at the same time. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. What am I supposed to do with this? I mean, I guess maybe I could proc some back-to-back alks and get, like, a boost of money, but at the same time, I don't need money. There's no way! I got a second chain mace! Wait, can you break these down? Oh, what am I thinking? I'll have to check later. If you can break those down into ether, if they give, like, 1,000 ether, 10,000 ether, I'd be so happy. Oh my god, yes, I just looked it up on the wiki. It says so right here, players can also dismantle an uncharged chainmace to receive 7,500 ether. Let's go. Okay, with that kill, 58 Slayer, we are also 2 attack levels away from 100 combat. Gonna be getting those both very soon, but let's go over to the cave horrors. Okay, first things first, kill a single cave... Okay, well, that's funny, Gabe. All right, okay, yes, good. What I was gonna say was kill a single cave horror and get a mastery point, which means we could go to tier 4 melee, which means that we heal we have a 5% chance to heal 40% of the damage dealt, and we have a 15% damage taken reduction. Very good. What I was gonna say was now we need to go and get the black mask, but clearly we actually don't because we already have that. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I need 55 crafting to make a Slayer helmet, but we do have a black mask. Very good. That's what is going on with my luck right now. At some point, I will actually have to train some crafting. Obviously, like I just said, I'd like a Slayer helm, and I would also like to make a Fury with this Onyx, so that might be something I do in the future. I know there are some pretty cheesy ways to train crafting, like buying gems from the Tockle store, just cutting them, selling them back with Golden God. That's essentially free. But for now, I'm going to go. I need to get 2 more attack levels to get a combat level to get my next mastery point. So I'm just going to go back to revs, I guess, and hit a few more. I don't know. Why not? All right. 1 more hit should give me an attack level. One more hit. There we go. Reach combat level 180 league points and a combat mastery. Let's go. All right, so here we go. This is where it really gets interesting. Melee tier 5. Melee attack rate set to 50%, rounded down above 5 tick and rounded up below 5 tick. So what that means is 4 and 5 tick weapons become 2 tick, 6 and 7 tick weapons become 3 tick, which both are incredible. I think it's more impactful for the slower weapons, but even just for a chain mace, 2 tick chain mace is so cool. And not to mention prayer point gain increased by 25%. Not super useful for me. I haven't even used any prayer potions, but just sort of nice there as well. But yeah, I am about to be slamming with this chain mace. Oh my god. So the next thing I want to do is go and get some Barrow's equipment. And you might be wondering why I'm killing Hellhounds to do that. I would like to get the clue step that's out front of top of Barrows, and that way I can use my clue compass to teleport into the Barrows chest as well as back to the Barrows top area to go and start again. And in order to do that, I need something that drops hard clues. So I'm going to try and kill a bunch of Hellhounds for hard clues, and hopefully it doesn't take too long, but there are still quite a few hard clue options, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm just going to stay here for a little bit. In case I didn't make it obvious enough by saying that the slower weapons are the bigger benefactor of the mastery, My one main objective this league was to get full Darox with tier 6 melee and go around 3 ticking full Darox. Specifically with Last Stand, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. That's sort of like one of my main goals for a build this league. But the annoying part is, because of the mastery, you actually heal passively, which is bad if you're trying to stay low HP for Darox, and I don't really know a good way to keep my HP low. I need to find something that damages me, but I think I might have a solution, hopefully. But I'll get to that when we get there. Okay, so change of plans. I'm going to go and do the crafting first. I have a couple of things I want to make, so I just went and did the clues that I could do, and I'm going to go and do that Tazar method I was talking about, which means I got to go buy some runes, sell them for Tockle, buy a chisel, and then we should be good to go. So I completely forgot that the good gem stall is actually locked behind the more all rec requirement of needing a fire cape to get past the gates. The good gem stall is over here. This gem stall, you could theoretically do it up to emeralds, but it's not nearly as strong. So what that means is, now sounds like a perfect time for me to go and get my fire cape. Which, now that I'm looking at it, a fire cape with my stats and gear is actually going to be kind of tough. I don't have any range levels, and magic sucks in there, so I'd basically be meleeing everything, which is really tough because I have to prayer flick, because I don't have enough prayer potions with 3 prayer bonus, which means that I don't know if I can do this right now. I think what I might have to do is actually go and get my next relic. Which, spoilers, by the way, I'm taking Banker's Note. Banker's Note is my favorite relic they've ever introduced in leagues, and I will be taking that. Which, if I had Banker's Note right now, it would be extremely easy. So I think I might have to just go and get Banker's Note first. Which is actually pretty far away. 2,200 points might take me a while. But, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm brain flooded again. Well, I don't know if my wrist is going to be able to sustain this, but according to RuneLight, I am getting 36 mil XP per hour doing this right now, which means that getting to 50 mil prayer XP from where I'm at will take me exactly 1 hour. So if I can sustain 1 hour of 1 ticking golden god coins onto an altar, I can get 50 mil XP and therefore 600 points just in an hour. So I'm going to do that while I think about what I want to do. I couldn't help myself. He was too AFK. Okay, I've decided that my wrist hurts way too much from doing this both yesterday and today, but there's 25 mil, 200 points for that. I'm gonna go find something else to do. So my new plan is I'm gonna go and do all the tasks that I can find in the wilderness. I didn't really go through task list here. I just went and did all the things that I wanted to do in terms of skilling and resources. So I'm gonna go and do a bunch of stuff like killing all the bosses and the demi-bosses and all that, and hopefully rack up a bunch of points. But in case anyone's curious, you can't eat blighted food in KBD's lair because it's not in the wilderness. So the strategy is teleport back outside of the wilderness to eat your blighted food, then go back into KBD's lair. I'm a genius. No way! I got an Odium Shard on my first Chaos Fanatic kill. What is my luck right now? It's kind of annoying that Artio and or Callisto is like the one boss that I'm going to need to actually farm in order to get the claws to upgrade this chain mace. And it's also like the one boss that I can't really just brute force with melee just because it does way too much damage if you try. So I'm going to have to mage it, and my mage is so bad I literally have no mage gear, but for now I'm just going to do the 1 kill for the points. I'll need to figure something out in the future. Okay, I take that back completely. It turns out I can just slap the bear and it doesn't matter. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say at this point. My luck is on another level. That was literally my 4th kill. I'm going crazy this leagues. Well, unfortunately, I was wrong. I thought it was crafting that you needed to combine these two, and I thought I might as well just get it now, and then when I go and level up my crafting, I'll be able to make it. But it is smithing. I need 85 smithing in order to upgrade my base, and I have no idea how I'm going to level smithing. I'm level 23. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I've just added one more step to my plan. I need to train my crafting. To train my crafting, I need a fire cape. To get a fire cape, I want Banker's Note. To get Banker's Note, I need relics. To get relics, I need to do tasks. To do tasks, I'm gonna try and find something to train my smithing. I don't know. It's too much. Okay, you guys can stop typing out your comments. I know that I am stupid. My friend has informed me that this guy will actually just combine the claws and the chain mace together for 500k, and you don't need the smithing level at all. So there we go, Ursine chain mace. First of all, that's 200 league points, and second of all, I don't need to train smithing. So let's go! And not only that, but it puts me 390 points away from my next relic, and I can go get my 400 points for 50 mil prayer XP, so I'm gonna go and do that and unlock tier 6 real quick. Or, you know, if you want to leave a comment for me anyway, maybe check if you've liked the video already, maybe check if you're subscribed. That'd be cool. 35 million prayer XP. Alright, there we go. 50 million prayer XP. You've gained enough points to unlock a tier 6 relic. Let's go get a fire cape. If you don't know how Banker's Note works, you get this item in your inventory, and when you use items on it that are not noted, it notes them, and when you use noted items on it, it unnotes them. Which essentially means that you can take infinite supplies anywhere you want to go, which is exactly what I wanted to do before a fire cape, just because I don't know how well I'm actually going to be able to deal with the enemies in there. Now, I will admit, it might be a little bit overkill, considering now I have my tier 5 mastery and an Ursine chain mace, but better safe than sorry. Don't want to be wasting my prayer potions. It's one of the few very limited resources that I actually have. So, yeah, let's go do it, though. Now, it's not ideal that I have to do a melee fire cape, but nothing else I have is really viable, because I have one ranged, but it should be fine. Banker's Note OP. Easy. Well, I'm not going to be breaking any records for speed, but 3423 is not bad. I really don't like melee fire capes, but honestly, it wasn't too bad. I can't complain. And that means I can finally unlock tier 6 melee, which makes it so your chance to generate an echo hit increases up to 20%, and your echo hits can generate additional echoes themselves, which I think is going to be very fun, as well as some prayer penetration, but I haven't really fought anything with overheads yet. But that's okay. Yeah, just gonna do it. I'm so excited for this. I want to see what this chain mace can hit. But that'll have to wait for the next episode, because for now, I'm just gonna train some crafting and do some editing. This should be AFK enough. I get like 30 seconds in between each gem cut. And unfortunately, I thought you could sell the gems back to the store, but they only sell uncut gems. So instead, I'm just gonna use my Banker's Note on them, and I'll save them. I don't know if I'll ever use them, but better than just dropping them. But for now, though, that's going to have to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a like, check if you're subscribed, maybe leave me a comment if you want. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. And I want to give a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my tier 3 Big Spoon channel members: Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, Dolph, Fading Shadow, Mondeep Bassi, and Frank Chandler. And if you want to see your name here in the credits for the rest of the season, consider becoming a channel member. The lowest tier is only $2 a month, and it really helps me out. Thank you.